posting up Corciani. Stanley down and he elbows Pippen in the face.
That should be 2 shots, right? Yep.
Stanley Roberts with the elbow.
Yeah. I don't know what they're booing for. I have no idea why this crowd would boo a play like that. So Roberts goes up and says, "You all right, Scotty?" Said he is. So they take the shot. Scotty goes in for a short shot here. Roberts gets it.
Oh, wham. You don't hit a guy any more flush than that. Watch it.
Oh, Excedrin headache, number 35. So Pip to the line.
Scotty with 11 points. There's Stanley Roberts. 4 fouls on Roberts. 7 points, 6 of which have come here in the 4th quarter. Armstrong. Oh, great feed into Will Perdue is clobbered by Kite. Oh. Man.
And the ball on the side. The hoop and the ball on the side. That's a flagrant foul, grade 2 variety, or 1, whatever you want. Will goes in, takes the shot, and he did take him down. Yes, sir. Good call. Blaine Reichelt said he'll get the shot. Looked like he dislocated his finger on that shot.
Timeout taken as a result by the Bulls to give Chip Schaefer an opportunity to work on Bill Cartwright.
And mayhem. Bill Cartwright will shoot the free throws. So if somebody shoots the free throws for you, you cannot return to the game. So Bill Cartwright is the designated free throw shooter.
The pass. And Pippen was fouled by Sanders.
That may be the hardest foul so far in this series between these 2 teams. Pippen with the obvious path to the basket there. Sanders not going to let him get an easy layup.
Big hand run. Shot clock heading down towards 5.
Oh, yeah, you got to call it on Barkley. It's going the other way.
Here's a look at that last feed from BJ to Horace Grant.
A technical foul on... Well, look at this. The foul is on Williams, and the technical foul is on Charles.
I'm not so sure I understand that.
I'm not so sure I do either.
Although I have to admit, all I saw was the end of it, where Barkley poked Williams in the eye. MJ will shoot a technical free throw. Second one of the game.
Yeah.
Chambers had one earlier, and now Charles Barkley picks one up. Michael drains the free throw. 14 points in the game for MJ, and Chicago's going to take time out. We'll get this all sorted out and explain it to you when we come back. 2:40 left in the first. Bulls by 7 over the Suns.
I said that watching the Bulls. Scott Williams is fouled hard by A.C. Green.
See what's nice about this.
And Chambers comes out of there with it. Nice sequence of defense by Oliver Miller. And on the other end, King decks Miller. Let's see what happens here.
Kicked him. Miller kicked him. King blocked the shot, took the foul.
Here's the play, and a nice over-the-shoulder catch, and King hammered Oliver Miller. Now
he steps over him, and
then a kick by Miller. So what do we get? Well, Stacy got the tee.
yeah.
Technical foul called on Stacey King, who's 7:58. Entry pass to King from out front, and he's fouled as he goes up.
And King wants to know, what's Miller doing wrapping me on the back of the head?
Bill Jackson didn't like it either. Here's another look.
There, now he gave him a shot after the foul.
Looking for a cutter. Now backs in, spins up, and Miller swats it out of bounds. Boy, you're right, John.
Oh, you can't put that left hand back in a 7-footer space.
He's hit 4 out of 5 for 8 points. Dwyer backing Livingston. Here's Walker, and he was fouled. Oh, he goes at Williams. Darrell Walker did not like the foul. Darrell's always been a very feisty player, and he was quick to explode. And Brendan Malone, the Detroit assistant coach, quickly out of the floor to try and calm Walker down. He's claiming that he took a shot on the forehead.
And I have to chuckle because before the game, and Walker, who feels very comfortable inside close to the basket from his college days, takes it strong to the basket, and then he doesn't like the idea that Williams is going to pull him down. I'm laughing because before the game, as he was out shooting, I was talking to Darrell Walker, and I said, Darrell, expecting a physical encounter today? And he goes, hey, Mike, I already lost my $5,000 this year. I want no part of that.
Yeah.
And then he paused and said, but then again, you know, we're all crazy.
Yes. As return, so Walker in the backcourt. Look out, Thomas lost his back. Oh, Thomas with a shove on Paxson. And that is his 4th foul.
And unfortunate because as he was popping out to free himself right there, he slips and falls down, and in trying to save the ball, Paxson being aggressive going after it, Isaiah with a takedown, 2 points for a takedown.
Well, Mike, there has been no change at all in the philosophical differences between these two clubs. We have had 3 incidents, 3 technical fouls.
Michael Jordan back on the floor. There's Scott Williams. Oh, he's rocked by Kersey. Let's see what the call is here. Darrell Garrison slowly making his way to the official scorer's table.
The concern is whether or not Garrison's going to award the ball back to Chicago after the free throws, calling a flagrant foul.
Penalty 1 on 25.
A personal foul on Portland's Cliff Robinson. A flagrant foul, penalty 1.
Yes, a flagrant has been called.
There's the foul, and then after it, the shove to the ground is what Darrell Garrison calls. It's not the body landing on it. Watch after now the body comes down right here. The shove with the leg and the body, there's where the flagrant part is called. And that is, remember, there are 2 interpretations, an A and B one. The A interpretation where you are awarded the ball back again after the 2 free throw attempts are taken. No ejection on that one.
Personal foul on Robinson is 4th. A flagrant on Kersey. Magic, for the most part, this has been a mild series. I know Michael Jordan was upset with it.
And the foul given by Paxson. He goes over to apologize for the push.
And what Chuck Daly is saying is, give us the 2 and give us the ball back again. My star player wound up on the front row right there. Is this intentional with the intent to hurt? Chuck Daly felt it was.
Well, the play here.
5 offensive fouls called. People are taking the ball to the basket off the dribble, and right from the beginning of this basketball game, it was confrontational, it was physical. Even after scores, we see that the players were so keyed up and excited about this game that trying to take the ball out of bounds, Cartwright and Rodman almost get into it initially. And then when Detroit goes to its bench,
6 seconds to play, the people ran onto the floor when he hit the 100th point. So he really never had a chance to get more.
Timeout. 20-second timeout. Around inside. Now we'll go upside, and he'll catch an elbow right on the back of the head. Now the unfortunate thing for Barkley is this is the 2nd time that he has caught one on his head. It was against Mitch Richmond, against the Kings, where he had a mild concussion. So this may be a reoccurrence of the same problem.
See it elevated on the fake by Barkley, but he did make contact with the back of the skull.
Michael found a sliver. Just a sliver of an opening. Augman can't clear, ties up Grant. Now Augman shoves Grant, and quickly they restore order.
No slapping, guys.
No. Had enough of that.
All right, Horace Grant right there. The ball goes to the floor. Horace is down. He's got that ball. He's got it. He's getting a stick. Hit that ball.
Okay.
Hodges to Grant. Challenged and put down by Randy White, and Horace Grant's hurt. Randy White gets called for his 4th foul.
That's why when you go to the basket, you want to hang on that rim a little bit if you can. Chicago Bulls, this is the type of play here that will ruin a team's chances as he smashes to the floor. Hopefully it's just a bruise, and he will be able to return soon to action.
When you land on your tailbone many times, your extremities go numb, and that is enough to scare you to death right there. Just
Club at all times held in check to this point by the #1 defensive team in the NBA. That's called on Walker. Mike, this a question, is it Detroit's defense or the fact that the Bulls are just having a bad shooting ball game, as Walker, you see, was shaken up?
Yeah, and Walker there trying to get over the top of the screen, perhaps a shot in the shoulder right there, working real hard, grabbing in the area where normally a dislocation would take place, and there's the block or screen by Michael Jordan, not normally known for being a bruiser, but when you're working real hard on defense, things like that happen. But to get back to it, I think that
today, Michael leads his Bulls into the Garden. The same site where a week ago the Knicks delivered the Pistons a playoff knockout punch. Can Pat Riley teach his team how titles are won? Are the new bad boys tough enough to endure? And can one man defeat the world champions? For Jordan, will repeat become reality? Or will the Knicks' improbable run end Michael's reign?
Opening moments, first quarter from Chicago Stadium. Cartwright gets inside, is hammered by Oakley.
That's going to be 2 shots in the ball. We already see the presence of Charles Oakley inside. So it's a flagrant foul. It's going to be 2 shots in possession. This in the Detroit series. Early in the game, Charles Oakley did the same thing to Rodman. You see it right there. You know, a lot of people... Fast break. This is what Chicago wants to do. So anytime the outside shot is taking, they're going to have one or maybe...
Open up front with Grant and Cartwright. Grant is stopped and fouled. Foul committed by Oakley.
He obviously sent the message here that if it's going to be a layup, you're going to have to make a tough one.
Cartwright, there's fouled hard by Oakley again.
That's going to be
deja vu.
That's exactly the same play that we saw in our opening that you talked about. Here comes Cartwright. Here comes Oakley. It's an excessively hard foul. It's 2 shots and the ball. Got a little scattered during that little run by Chicago.
Anthony fouled hard by Horace Grant. And Anthony having trouble dribbling the ball tonight.
You must set the tone for your team, and if you get excited, your team's going to get excited. Horace Grant took the foul there.
They had one to give in the last 2 minutes. It was intelligent move.
Right, Greg Anthony took exception to that.
Jackson to Starks. He's fouled by Pippen.
Oh,
Scottie Pippen is okay.
And I want to say this in a nice way, but there's not much padding back there either for him to fall on. When Scottie goes down, this is, you see the great block, and there's the foul, and boom. You know, the only thing that saved him. Did everything right except make the shot.
Armstrong, hard foul, no foul. Oakley leveled him, no foul, and it'll be Bulls ball with 17 on the clock.
I think the rule is here, once the shot is blocked, all contact becomes incidental. There's the shot block and the incidental contact. I guess it's instant break.
There's the pass stolen by Pippen.
That's a flagrant foul, too. That's going to be 2 shots in the ball.
And that could be, yes, it is a flagrant foul. Pippen is shaken up. A flagrant foul called on John Starks. And
that was a bad foul by Starks. Bad in the sense that it was an overreaction by him physically.
Well, he was upset with himself for the poor pass. He got trapped.
Look, that doesn't give him the license to do what he did, Marv, right?
No question. That's a, as you say, an overreaction and uncalled for.
Now Anthony impatiently throws that ball, hoping that it's going to work out well. He had no vision. Starks, looking like he's going for the ball, was not fortunate to get the basketball. He got too much. And it looked like a double hit with Mason. Take a look after the initial hit. Now Pippen takes another shot from Mason as he falls. Oh, Pippen is up and about.
And a technical foul was also called on Starks. Ill-advised play by... That's number 2 of the X-Man. Michael Jordan and Xavier McDaniel having words. Double technicals were called on McDaniel and Jordan.
What we said a moment ago down on the baseline foul that Jake O'Donnell was stepping in to send the message. This is step number 2 in the message sending process. The next one, someone's going to be ejected from this basketball game, which is a very serious step.
Jake O'Donnell does not mess around. You're messing with the wrong referee if you're going to be messing with Jake O'Donnell. He will talk somebody. He doesn't care if it's the 7th game. If he warns you one time, the second time, you're out of here.
Does have one technical on him already. The next one, he's in the locker room early.
I don't think today.
You think they maybe remember that, right?
Oh, Armstrong and Starks want to go at each other. B.J. Armstrong pointing in the direction of John Starks. That's number 5 on Starks. Now, here's how this developed. Let's take a look.
B.J. trying to take away the path under the basket, so Starks changes direction and throws B.J. down to
9-point Knicks lead. 3:08 to go. Purdue fouled hard by Anthony Mason.
Let's see if they give him 2 in the ball. Or they're going to call it a flagrant foul.
Hold it. They're about to break something out down there.
Now, this is very important right now. The New York has got to get away from this right now. They have the lead. It's a 9-point game. See, now this hurts New York. This is the flagrant foul against Mason.
Jordan as the Bulls isolate. Jordan swings in and hits. And through the foul. What a move. On the baseline, after the whistle, a few of the players going after each other, pushed and shoved, exchange, or just a Christmas greeting, however you want to look at it. It was Oakley and Cartwright as the major principals, and then Ewing and Grant had some words, trying to cool it down. Because when it's a double technical, there are no shots that are taken, but it can have an effect later on should one of these players be hit with 4. Oh, look out. Cartwright with the headlock move on Rivers. Yes, Kersey blowing the whistle. And all he do is rebound as a guard, and that big body of Bill Cartwright, as he got his hands on it, it was clean, but it was the body that initiated the contact. Timeout. On the right side of the screen, you'll see Oakley flashing in to receive the pass. The left elbow right there that catches Grant in the jaw, causes them to take a small break from the action. But apparently he is all right. Heads back onto the floor, along with Michael Jordan, who is checking back in. Mr. Stats, our statistician Elliot Cow, pointing out that the Knicks did not score the first 3 minutes of the 3rd or 4th quarter, almost 3 minutes into. Smith turns around against Cartwright. Oh, look out. Grant taken down by Oakley. That's 3 on Oakley. We'll talk about the strength of Charles Oakley. That time with one arm puts Grant down on the ground, and maybe not a whole lot of love lost between these two, since Grant was the guy that was brought in to replace Oakley because they had both of them there. They felt they could take one and move it on for another player. That happened to be Bill Cartwright as Oakley was moved on to New York. 7 for the 57 points. Blackman going to option number 4, and Mason and Grant pushing and shoving. And commend both players there for regaining control of themselves. They were battling under the glass, trying to establish position. They got tangled up. They reacted. They started to go after one another, but then smart enough to realize that that's not getting them anywhere but a little bit of lost money out of the bank account.
Yep, hit it. There's the last time out now. Taken by up there for Daboll. There they are.
Well, first of all, Michael Jordan with the cotton trying to stop his bloodied nose, and then Pippen was cut across the chin, so they had to get him straightened out. And then the cut on the back of John Paxson's arm, and then Grant showing the doc that, look, I'm scratching, it's bleeding over here.